Welcome to Volkswagen of Duluth. From our no-commission sales team to our transparent video maintenance, you are our priority. As you explore, you'll feel the excitement and confidence that comes with driving a Volkswagen. From the North Shore down to Canal, discover Duluth in a whole new way. Come visit us. Your adventure starts with Volkswagen of Duluth.
For nearly 75 years, the Synovus Superior Refinery has been an important part of our community. Our employees live and work here. From the creation of jobs to fueling marine transportation, the products we make help energize our region. At Synovus, we believe in giving back to our community.
Synovus is proud to support Duluth FC. Good luck on your 2024 season, Blue Greens.
Synovus Energy, invested in our community.
I'm Dr. Jordan Lindholm. I'm a family medicine physician. I think it's really important to have your own primary care provider because we're kind of the first stop, and then we can refer you to the specialist if that is what's needed. We like to explore the parks and trails of Duluth, both good for exercise as well as it's good for your overall mental health. When I see all the improvement that my patients have made over time, it feels very rewarding. That's the reason why I went into medicine.
Wow.
It doesn't have to be complicated to be cool. Simple is cool. With the G7, everything is in reach.
My name is Dr. Joel Edwall, and I'm a family medicine physician. I think a lot of wellness comes down to balancing simple things like sleep, going outside, being active and moving, not staring at a screen for 12 hours a day, diet and eating the right foods at the right times. I think we live happier, healthier, more productive lives. We have more energy, we have better relationships with those around us, and we have an overall higher quality of life.
My sneakiness. These guys. Just when I thought I couldn't love you anymore, Pat. Turn it back off again. They're talking. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Duluth FC Blue Green Soccer, brought to you courtesy of the Blue Green Stream Team, alongside the coach Joe Mooney and the rest of our production crew here from Blue Green Stream Team. This is Matt Johnson coming to you live from Walt Hunting Stadium, Marv Heikkinen Field here in Duluth, Minnesota, with the Blue Greens at home today, taking on the Sioux Falls Thunder FC for the second time here in the 2024 MPSL North Conference campaign. Duluth FC right now on a 3-match winning streak. They've outscored opponents 18-1 over that time. They're returning to MPSL North Conference action after playing Force FC as part of the Minnesota Super Cup for 2024. The last time out, that game was played right here in Duluth on this past Wednesday, and it was quite the runaway contest for the Blue Greens. They ended up winning that contest. Coach Mooney by the score of 8-0, scored 5 goals in the second half, 3 in the first half. 5 of the 8 goals, in fact, actually were scored in extra time of both the first and second half. So the Blue Greens were able to string together a lot of goals. A lot of guys got into the lineup in that contest, a lot of different scores in that contest, and the Blue Greens very convincing with the win. Now seemingly starting to find their form here as we come down these late the final stretch here of the regular season here for 2024.
Yeah, man, I think the biggest thing, you mentioned it, is the chemistry. I think is really starting to come along. And we talked about this earlier in the season that it takes time. That a lot of times these MPSL teams, they're getting guys in even throughout their first couple matches, and so to expect that everything is going to be smooth sailing right off the bat is a bit unrealistic. So that said, you look at the last 3 games, like you said, I mean, outscoring their opponents by a wide margin. And for me, the chemistry, the urgency in the way that they play has really started to sharpen up as well. I think that this kind of idea that we're just going to be okay with possessing the ball and kind of seeing our way through to a professional win has really kind of been knocked out of them a little bit. And they've really taken to, I think, utilizing the entire 90 minutes of the game.
Duluth FC now with that 18-1 margin over the last 3 games now. 13 different goal scorers on the season, coach, scoring 31 total goals. So good balance for the Blue Greens. They're going to look at the scoring summary from the last game. 2 goals in that win against Force FC from Rory Doyle, including additional tallies from Manny Morales, Tyler Limmer, Felipe Artiega, Felipe Oliveira, and Josh Bellamy on their way to winning their 3rd straight. James Price got the start in goal for Duluth FC, going all 90 minutes to post a clean sheet. And with that win, like I said, 18-1 the margin the last 3 games. 31 goals, like I said, across all competitions. They've given up 15, so now plus 16. And like I said, 13 different goal scorers for Duluth FC this season. Sioux Falls, meanwhile, coming in here with 1 victory in their 7 matches that they have previously played in MPSL North Conference action. 1-4-2 for the Thunder under John Hikari, who's in his first year as the head coach. Duluth FC 6-4-1 now in all competitions, by the way. 5-2-1 in the MPSL North, sitting in 2nd place behind Dakota Fusion with 16 points. Meanwhile, the Thunder right now in the number 6 spot with 5 points on the season. They are coming off of a 3-1 loss to Minnesota Twin Stars in their last outing Saturday, June 15th at Park Center High School in St. Paul. In that contest, the Thunder got their lone goal from substitute Cesar Requena, who's actually in the starting lineup for them tonight. We'll talk more about him as the game moves along. Jack Howard also in the starting lineup for Sioux Falls tonight. He went all the way in goal and took the loss in that contest. Duluth FC and Sioux Falls also playing their 2nd meeting of the season between these 2 teams. They first met on Saturday, June 1st at Bob Young Field on the campus of the University of Sioux Falls in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with Duluth FC emerging with a 4-1 victory. And in that contest, the Blue Greens got 2 goals from Edward Nyes, along with additional tallies from Rory Doyle and Paul Bobide to pick up the win. Sioux Falls' lone goal came from Eric Beltran early in the second half. In goal, Zeke Foltz went all the way in goal for the Blue Greens to pick up the win, while Jack Howard, who was in goal for Sioux Falls, took the loss in that contest. So this is the 2nd meeting of the season between those 2 teams, or between these 2 teams, excuse me. And with that being the case, we'll now jump into the starting lineup. We talked about it on Wednesday night, Coach. I know it was a game that you missed. Duluth FC made several changes to the lineup on Wednesday against Force FC, but now back to a more customary starting 11 as we get a look at the starters. One notable change for Duluth FC, Rory Doyle getting the start in center defense tonight alongside Jake Starling. That 2nd central defender spot is sort of up for grabs right now for the Blue Greens. Dylan Zavattini has left the squad. He had returned to Colorado for studies with his college team, CSU Pueblo. So Rory Doyle gets the start. He's kind of auditioning for that role here tonight, and he'll be joined in the back by Miles Edmondson on the left. And also on the right will be Hexie Oriana. And it's pretty much been those 3 along with that extra spot being open, that 2nd central defender spot being open, Coach. And we'll see how Rory Doyle fares switching from midfield to central defender here tonight.
Yeah, man. Obviously an interesting move by the coaching staff there. And I think a lot of it has to do with Rory's ability to ping balls and to try to just play out from the back. Obviously expecting I'm sure high press and being able to play out from there. So obviously not his normal spot, but I think if you've learned anything about Rory Doyle over the last 2 years, it's like he can really play anywhere across the pitch and brings quality there.
The starting midfielders will be Andre Solars for the Blue Greens, also Paul Bolby, and then the return of Dylan Sumner. I know you weren't here to see Dylan Sumner return to the lineup for the Blue Greens. He's been a player that has previously played for Duluth FC 2 years ago, returned to the squad, and actually started against Force FC, and actually helped create an own goal in that contest off of a free kick, part of those 8 goals that the Blue Greens scored. But he gets his 2nd straight start, and he went all the way in that game on on Saturday against Force FC, and so he gets his 2nd start, leading scorer for Mercyhurst this past year, and a guy that, like I said, Duluth FC fans who go back a few years will know his name pretty well.
Yeah, Matt, and obviously he brings quality across the pitch. I think that one of the big things that he's going to do is bring quality in set-piece opportunities, and I know that that's been a big thing for Coach Sean Morgan and the staff to try to impress upon the squad is being a little bit more, I would say, just efficient on set pieces, and you've seen, again, as the chemistry has come along through the run of play, it's also come along on set piece, and I think they're starting to dial that in a little bit better here toward the middle of June.
The front line pretty much unchanged. Duluth FC did change up the lineup against Force FC on Saturday, but they will return to a more familiar starting 3 up top in the 4-3-3 formation. It'll be Edward Nyes, leading scorer for Duluth FC, 8 goals and counting for Edo this year. He'll be on the left, Liam Pritchard on the right, and JJ Oyabamaji back in the starting lineup after taking a break on Saturday. Tyler Limmer started in that spot, And Oya Bamaji did not actually see the field in that game against Force FC, took the day off. Now he gets to start back in there. He's the Duluth FC's second leading scorer, 5 goals in 3 matches for JJ, and he's made a huge difference.
Yeah, man, you mentioned, I mean, he's got 5 goals, and so he's the second leading goal scorer, but, I mean, he's done that in just a few games, right? And so, man, he's got quality, and one of the things we've talked about is his speed and how he kind of switches on from 0 to 60 miles an hour. I mean, just instantly. It's very fluid movement. The other thing he does is he picks the timing of his runs really efficiently, finds himself in a really good pockets, finds times to get in behind the back line. He's every bit of number 9 that you would want, and he helps out in the hold-up play as well. Just a fun player to watch, and as you mentioned, a really good addition to this Duluth squad.
So those are your starting 11 for the Blue Greens. On the bench tonight: Josh Bellamy, Felipe Santos, Tyler Limmer, Axel Batal, Archie McDonald, Charlie Wood, and also James Price back to the bench tonight, while Zeke Foltz gets the start in goal against his former club, played for the Thunder a few years ago. And now he is back, of course, with Duluth FC for this season. Josh Bellamy, who had a laser of a goal, I would say a banger of a goal, about 30 yards out. He starts on the bench as well for Duluth FC tonight. We'll take a quick look now at the standings in the table here as we get ready for this contest between the Blue Greens and the Thunder. Dakota Fusion still leading the way with 20 points right now in the conference standings. They played 8 matches and they have a goal difference of 16. They're sitting on 20 points. Duluth FC, the Blue Greens, in second with 16 points. Minnesota Twin Stars in that third spot with 12 points. Enjoy Athletic, a team that Duluth FC will see next in MPSL action, sitting on 11 points. Then it's Siouxland United, one of the 2 newcomer clubs, in the number 5 spot with 6 points. Sioux Falls Thunder, tonight's opponent for Duluth FC, with 5 points, and bringing up the rear, Minnesota Blizzard, the other newcomer to the MPSL North for 2024, with just 1 point. So those are the standings, and that's the situation heading into this contest here tonight from Walt Hunting Stadium, Marv Heikkinen Field. And with that being the case, we'll take an extended break and then send things down to the pitch for the introduction of the 2 teams, courtesy of our public address announcer, Pat Sterner. We'll have the national anthem played, and then the opening kick of this MPSL North Conference contest between the Blue Greens of Duluth FC and Sioux Falls Thunder FC. That's coming up right after this. This is Duluth FC Soccer, brought to you by the Blue Green Stream Team.
the Blue Greens. Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to Walt Hunting Stadium at Marv Heikkinen Field. Tonight's NPSL North match features, from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the Sioux Falls Thunder versus, from the Zenith City, your Duluth FC Blue Greens. Let's introduce the teams for tonight's matchup. Starting with the Thunder, number 0, Jack Howard. Number 2, Josiah Trimble. Number 7, David Bizimana. Number 9, Owen Rutledge. Number 12, Kurubal Yurga. Number 15, Robert Amaro. Number 16, Trace Dobson. Number 20, Barado Torres. Number 27, Alex Kohler. Number 36, Cesar Requena. And number 46, Frankie Dolce. The coach is John Hakari. For the starting 11 for the Blue Greens. Number 3, the captain, Jake Starling. Number 6, Andres Solares. Number 8, Rory Doyle. Number 10, Edward Nice. Number 15, Miles Edmondson. Number 16, Dylan Sumner. Number 21, Paul Bobai. Number 22, Liam Pritchard. Number 26, Hexie Oriana. Starting in goal, number 33, Zeke Foltz. And number 36, JJ Oyabamiji. Coaching Duluth FC is Sean Morgan. Assistant coaches Barry Chasty, Greg Gilmore, and Corey Bullheller. Your officials for the evening are referee Samuel Coddington, assistant referee Nolan Klemke, assistant referee Josh Forsyth, and the fourth official Megan Sanda. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise if you are able and remove your caps as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem sung by Brianna Stolen. Brianna is a proud Duluthian and vocalist, and is honored to be invited back to the 2024-2025 season for Duluth FC. She is a member of the Duluth Superior Symphony Chorus and Twin Ports Choral Project. She also has appeared on stage with the Duluth Playhouse and Lyric Opera of the North. Take it away, Brianna.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
On behalf of all players, Duluth FC.
So the national anthem has been played. The two teams have been introduced by our public address announcer, Patrick Sterner. And we are moments away from getting this contest between the Blue Greens of Duluth FC and Sioux Falls Thunder FC underway here from Walt Hunting Stadium, Marv Heikkinen Field in Duluth, Minnesota. Matt Johnson alongside Coach Joe Mooney and the rest of our production crew here from the Blue Green Stream Team. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday night. Beautiful night for soccer here in Duluth. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. Not much wind and plenty of sunshine for this one, Coach. Before we get things underway here, quick reminder that St. Luke's, now part of Aspira's Health, is proud to sponsor Duluth FC when it comes to injury prevention, treatment, and recovery. Their great orthopedics and sports medicine team has you covered. Learn more at slh.com/ortho. Blue Greens trying to go for the season sweep here against the Thunder. Duluth FC winning the first matchup 4-1. Behind 2 goals from Edward Nyes and additional tallies from Rory Doyle and Paul Bobai. The lone goal for Sioux Falls coming in that first matchup was scored by one of the starters here tonight. One of the players who is not dressing actually tonight, Eric Beltran, had the lone goal the last time these two teams played. He is not in uniform here tonight for the Thunder. Blue Greens, after today, by the way, will have 3 more regular season games before the start of the MPSL North Conference Tournament. Right now, Duluth FC would be the number 2 seed if action stopped today. They are 4 points clear of the Minnesota Twin Stars, have the goal difference tiebreaker and the 2 matchups with the Twin Stars on the season, sitting on 16 points. Falls Thunder, meanwhile, sitting right now in the number 6 spot out of 17 for the MPSL North with just 5 points, just the 1 victory for the Thunder this season. So we're just waiting the 2 teams to come out. Duluth FC will be wearing their familiar black jerseys with the green shorts. They'll be going from left to right here in this opening 45 minutes, while Sioux Falls all in white going from right to left here in this opening 45 minutes. And Coach, coming off that Minnesota Cup victory, Minnesota Super Cup victory over Force FC on Saturday night, what are you expecting to see from the Blue Greens here tonight on this Wednesday evening?
Yeah, Matt, like we talked about, I think the chemistry has really started to form for Duluth FC. I think knowing sort of the way that Sioux Falls is going to play, again, that high press, I would expect Duluth to try to settle in and get some of their play established. But I would also think that they're probably going to try to go long a little bit, see if they can break the press, get Sioux Falls to turn their back to goal early on in the game, and see if they can nip one early.
Duluth FC starting with Roy Doyle and then when the central backs. We'll see how Duluth FC decides to attack what is they're expecting from a high press from the Sioux Falls Thunder in this contest. The Thunder known to be very aggressive on their front line. Duluth FC playing a 4-3-3 formation here tonight, as is their typical formation. They started a little bit differently against Force FC, but again, that was a Super Cup match, so there were some things that Duluth FC was working on in that match against Force FC on Saturday night. In the meantime, Duluth FC kicking off as we have our opening whistle, and we are officially underway. Again, thank you for joining us for Blue Green Soccer here, brought to you by the Duluth FC Blue Green Stream Team. Dylan Sumner right on cue, getting his first touch of the game. Sumner, kind of an interesting side story, Coach. Player who played for Duluth FC 2 years ago. He's coming off an injury when he came to Duluth FC the first time around. Actually played a few games with another club, and then actually phoned to Coach Sean Morgan, said he'd like to come in and have a chance to play for some hardware this summer season. And Coach Sean Morgan said, yeah, we'll bring you in. Not a bad idea for a guy who was a leading scorer for Mercyhurst University. Plays his college soccer alongside Zeke Foltz for the Blue Greens, alongside Felipe Santos, who starts on the bench. So he is definitely going to be a guy that can add some offense to the mix here.
Yeah, man, obviously some familiarity with the club, with the coaching staff, and obviously I think that he can jump right in and has jumped right in and already made his presence known.
Sumner starting in the midfield alongside Paul Bobai and Andres Solars for the Blue Greens here tonight, as this ball is played over the near side. Hexie Oriana played in the middle in the first 45 minutes and actually played most of the game as a central defender for Duluth FC on Saturday against Force FC. Comes back out now to his customary wide spot. And Duluth FC now, here's that high press with Jake Starling now out on top, and he'll play it all the way back. Now here's Zeke Foltz. Foltz, former player for Sioux Falls Thunder, actually played there 3 years ago. Came to Duluth FC for the first time last season. Had a chance to actually catch up with his parents pre-game, Coach, and they're in town for the first time here during the summer season. Nice to have the Foltzes in the house tonight. And here is Zeke Foltz now, playing it for Jake Starling. Starling played the first about half hour or so against Force on Saturday, and then came out of the game. And now here's an angling ball over the top, looking for Edward Nyes, the leading scorer for Duluth FC. 8 goals and counting for Nyes in his first season with the Blue Greens. Miles Edmondson actually was making that run up the left side, but we'll keep an eye on Nyes, number 10 in black. And JJ Oyabamaji, second leading scorer, 5 goals in 3 games for JJ. Playing the target role of the number 9 position. Duluth FC, like I said, after today, 3 more regular season games for the Blue Greens. They'll be next at home a week from tonight, taking on Minnesota Blizzard. Team they beat 3-0 in their first matchup. Next on the road, coming up against Joy Athletic, a team they haven't seen since the first game of the season. So that could be an interesting matchup. Joy Athletic actually held Dakota Fusion to a scoreless draw just recently. So,
yeah, I think both teams just trying to get their feet wet in that first game, Matt.
Here's Liam Pritchard with a shot, and he leaves it just wide of the far post. Liam Pritchard.
I think Howard got a touch on that one, Matt.
And Jack Howard coming off to the right, getting a fingertip to it, and it'll be the first corner kick for the Blue Greens coming up on the left side. Let's see, 18 goals in their last 3 games.
Man, really, that came out of nowhere, and I like to see Liam Pritchard having the confidence there just to take that strike early, test the goalkeeper, and to be honest, he didn't miss that far post by much. And again, good touch from Howard to push that ball wide.
There's a header toward goal, and that one will be cleared by Frankie Dolce, one of the team captains here. And now we're going to have a foul called against the Blue Greens. It'll be a free kick here for the Thunder. Liam Pritchard starting to find some space on that right side. We saw him actually find a fair amount of space against Minnesota Twin Stars recently in the alleys, Coach. Duluth FC scoring 7 goals in that 6-goal win over the Twin Stars a couple of games ago right here on this field. Alex Kohler now for the Thunder, playing it over the midfield stripe. Rubel Yurga now off into space right side, running it down now. Josiah Trimble. Trimble has some space now, tries to cross it in, and it'll go off the back of Nyes, and we'll have our first corner kick now for the Thunder coming up. Into the 5th minute here.
This Thunder corner kick is powered by Volkswagen of Duluth.
And like I said, pretty much a beautiful night for soccer. We haven't had the best weather so far here in 2024. Last year, in 2023, we were blessed with wonderful weather. This is the first night that we've really had kind of ideal conditions for a game, I would say. As on the corner kick now, Duluth FC man marking here. Bending ball left foot toward the 6-yard area. That's going to go over the top of everybody. Robert Amaro is going to track it down for the Thunder and play it back where it's picked off by Jake Starling, at least momentarily. Bernardo Torres now. Paul Bobai getting a step to it. Bobai has been a guy who has been a reserve for Duluth FC in the past, and now he's got some space here to work with as Duluth FC comes in 3-on-2. Bobai. Pritchard getting a step, comes inside, plays it across the face, a goal shot, and they score!
Really opportunistic there, Matt, from Liam Pritchard, and obviously from Dice coming on the far side. I'm sure Dolce is going to get blasted at halftime for trying to turn that ball out, and if you're the last man back, you cannot try to take that move on. Bad giveaway there, but again, really opportunistic there for Duluth FC.
It's Edward Nyes on the goal, the Belgian import with his 9th goal of the season. The assist to Liam Pritchard. You probably give another assist if you really wanted to Paul Bobai, if we were doing the hockey thing, but really well played on the transition there by Duluth FC, really catching the Thunder, pushed up the field a little too far, and like I said, Pritchard all right with a couple of looks as an assist in the game, and goal number 9 for Edward Nyes makes it 1-0.
Matt, and I will give credit to Paul Bobai there as well to take that ball away, and we always preach new space, right? So when you strip that ball, can you find new space early before you go back under pressure, and to put that ball right into Pritchard's path, and then Liam did, a lot of work to get himself into the right space there, and then obviously nice to follow the play up and put it home.
Bamaji now gets tackled from behind. Robert Amaro, the offending party. It'll be a free kick for the Blue Greens, about 30 yards away from Jack Howard's goal to our right. Goal number 32 on the season. Overall for the Blue Greens has them up 1-0. That's their 22nd goal in MPSL conference action this season. And now standing over this one, Dylan Sumner here for the Blue Greens. But a quick start here for Duluth FC here tonight, Coach. And like I said, they ran that, once they got through the back line there, they ran that pretty much to perfection.
Matt Sumner, I think, is going to put this one right on goal. And if you look at the keeper's left, there's a little bit of space there.
Sumner with the attempt. That one deflects off the 3-man wall off to the end line, and Duluth FC will have a corner kick here, their second of the match. As we go into the 8th minute. 1 goal up on the board. It's Edward Nyes. No surprise, he's got 9 goals on the season, Coach.
Matt, I'll give Howard a little bit of credit there on the goal. He got across his goal mouth really quickly and actually got a paw on that ball, almost stopped it from going in.
Nyes with a goal in the game now, looking at an assist as he bends the ball back post. Starling back across the face of goal. Sumner tried the bicycle kick. Shot is now off the post. I think that was Oyabamaji who got that one, Coach. Just that close to making it 2-0.
Yeah, Matt, he's all over the place and can really be a nuisance.
Now Miles Edmondson will track this one down for Duluth FC. He'll play it into his own 18. Zeke Foltz for the Blue Greens on his right foot. Rory Doyle now. Just it down now. This is Owen Rutledge playing it into the middle. Cesar Roquena to the outside. Now here's Josiah Trimble. Trimble was the unfortunate last defender back on that goal, by the way. As it comes to the top of the blue-green 18. Jurga tried to play it to the right side, and now it gets knocked down, and here's Nyes. Step over move, gets dispossessed. We play on. Apparently it was shoulder to shoulder, Coach. Alex Kohler now. David Bizimana had it momentarily. Cleared away now by Duluth FC, and now here's Paul Bobai. And that one over the top, and, you know, Oyabamaji about 2 steps offside on that play. It'll be a free kick here coming up for the Thunder as we're getting close now to entering the 10th minute here.
Yeah, backline did a good job of stepping up there, pulling JJ offside.
Roquena now on the right foot. Scored their lone goal in the 3-1 loss. And now he goes down. Our center referee says, no, we play on. Roquena.
Yeah, I think Roquena just got a hand in the face there. And I don't think he embellished at all, but I also think it was very incidental. And right call, I think, from the official to let that play on.
Yeah, Hexie Oriana was the player defending for Duluth FC. Nice ball up the right side. Now plenty of space for Miles Edmondson on the left foot. Edmondson now for Oyabamaji.
Yeah, he's going to be just a
hair stare offside. Yeah, that was space though in the back there. And it looked like Frankie Dolce was again in a spot there where it could have been a 2-on-1 break if that pass had been onside.
Yeah, and you see again, so with the high press that Sioux Falls is doing, it's going to allow that space in behind them for JJ to run into, and so he's looking to get into that space. He's been offside now in the last 2 sequences, but that one he was just leaning offside, and as he gets his timing figured out, I would expect him to be kind of in behind the back line a couple times tonight.
Bernardo Torres now. And that one will go out of play. It'll be a throw here coming up for the Thunder. As the throw comes in, here's Dylan Sumner. Oyabamaji, now he gets barreled into from behind. We play on. Nyes now crossing over. Edward Nyes on the right foot. He'll switch it, or try to switch it. Rutledge gets a foot to it. Now we'll have a foul called on Duluth FC as Carabel Yurga tried to come up the field. Now Howard. Duluth FC. But the early goal, first halves have been sometimes a bit of a sore spot for the Blue Greens this season, Coach. Sometimes the first half has been a little bit sloppy. They've usually played better in the second half, but tonight playing a little bit more energetically here so far.
Well, Matt, we talked about that during the lineups. Duluth has done a good job of starting to find some more urgency, and I think you're right. I think the first half of the season, they were kind of a slow-starting team, and I think over the last couple of games, they found their rhythm earlier in the game. And again, I think a lot of it just comes from the urgency to not try to just settle into a game and kind of watch those seconds tick by, but to actually really establish yourselves early in the game.
Ball to the outside now, going to be intercepted. Off the turnover, Liam Pritchard. Measures it for Oyabamaji, who now is in a foot race with Dolce. Dolce able to body him off and play it back now for Howard.
Matt, another example there of just how fluid JJ is. The ball gets played in behind him, and he still takes it in stride, gets it out in front of him, and gets himself into a 1v1 matchup with Dolce.
Here's Nyes, now the goal scorer for Duluth FC. Now he'll go down, and we'll have a whistle and a free kick here coming up. And I think that the Blue Greens done pretty well so far against that high press that the Thunder like to play.
Yeah, they've done a good job of breaking it. And really what Sioux Falls will do is so they set up in a sort of a 4-2-3-1, Matt, and then they send Yurga up to essentially make it a 4-4-2. So they press 2 guys high and then allow Rakina and Kohler to sort of pinch in from the outside spots. And Yurga covers a lot of ground. He's fast, and he's sprung out a couple times and kind of made it difficult at times for them to play out through their center backs.
We'll throw coming up now as we are into the 13th minute. If you're just joining us, Edward Nyes in the 6th minute for Duluth FC. His 9th goal from Pritchard and Bobi to give the Blue Greens a 1-0 lead. Now here's Dylan Sumner crossing it back post for Nyes. Nyes now stepping in, gets a shot away off the side netting, and I think perhaps off that back standard there. From our vantage point, it looked probably more dangerous than it actually was. But
well, Matt, I'll say that's another giveaway in the defensive third for Sioux Falls. They're trying to play out of the back. Dobson just kind of a lazy ball in there.
Here's Dolce now trying to come forward. Now he'll turn it over. Liam Pritchard now, a little bit of a heavy touch, and the ball's still loose. Now Oyabamaji trying to push it into the 18, and like you said, Sioux Falls having some problems right now breaking out of their own end, Coach. Blue Green's kind of returning serve here with a bit of a high press.
Yeah, and that time Dolce just trying to dribble out of the back. And again, Matt, I think that they're trying to establish some of that possession, and so playing on the back is going to be the way to do that. But there's another turnover in their final third.
Here's Nyes again coming in. Trying to cross it toward the middle of the 18. Intercepted, and now Thunder coming forward. This is Bernardo Torres. Playing it in the middle. Kirubel Yurga distributes now near side. Here's Owen Rutledge. Rutledge now. Yurga in the middle. Nifty touch to get around Andres Solaris. Now Rutledge. Crossing. Yurga. Back to the outside. Flag stays down. Requena on the end line, and now it'll be slid out for a corner kick as Hexie Oriana cleaned up there as Requena was trying to get it into or toward the 6, and we'll have a corner kick now near side flag here for the Thunder.
Yeah, you don't see it often where Solaris gets beat 1v1 in the dribble like that. I'm sure he was aware that he was in the box at that time and probably couldn't be as physical as he wanted to be on the turn.
It'll be Torres on the corner kick here for the Thunder. 15th minute. Playing it on the ground now toward the 6, cleared away by Solaris. And Pritchard goes down. Requena as we play on. Ball now pushed in and trying to save it, and unable to do so is Bizimana. And so it'll be a goal kick here coming up.
Matt, I'm sure he's going to hate that I say this, and he's going to force me to take it back, but I will say Rory Doyle actually looks really natural in that center back position.
Yeah, Rory is a player who tends to like to play the attacking style of the game. He's a guy that serves the ball very well.
If you watch the way he tracks the forwards, Matt, it's really natural.
Shot now off the turnover. That one was taken by Torres. Now back out on top. This is Trace Dobson, one of the team captains for Sioux Falls. On the play for Requena, comes in, gets a shot, sharp angle, and well played there by Foltz.
And right on cue, Matt, I start talking about Rory and how well he's doing it. Turnover on his part, so Rory, I'm sorry, man, I won't mention you again.
Yeah, he tried to keep that ball in, and then he got kind of trapped in that corner.
Yeah, I don't think he struck it as well as he wanted to, and big ball out.
Jurga now, and now we'll have a foul called on Jurga. Didn't like the call. As Pritchard hits the deck right at midfield, we'll have a free kick now for Duluth FC. It'll be taken by Jake Starling.
Matt, Jurga's been fun to watch so far. He covers a lot of ground, and like I said, he's getting involved in different pockets of the field. You don't just see him kind of sit centrally in behind that center forward. He's played, I mean, really, a lot of east-west, up and down. He's been really active.
Here's Nyes now from Bobai in the 18. Crossing over Edward Nyes now in the middle. Oyabamaji with the shot, and he scores!
Matt, what a move from Nyes. So if you go back and watch that play, what a move he made to get himself free there. A great cut back ball onto JJ. JJ kind of missed it. It looked like he was actually trying to flick that ball to go more to the back post. He kind of mistimed the flick, but it ended up right underneath him. He's not gonna miss from there.
No, JJ Oyabamaji, goal number 6 for him on the season. He assisted Nyes, who has a goal and assist here so far. Not even 20 minutes in, and 2 goals in the back of the net for Duluth FC. Goal number 33 for Duluth FC on the season. They're 23rd in NPSL North Conference action, now plus 14 on the season. And the goal differential, and Duluth FC up by a pair, and looks like Sioux Falls is going to have a timeout here to talk things over a bit.
Man,
the back line's been struggling a little bit for the Thunder here to start.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure Edo does not mind the fact that redirect was not completed by JJ, because it means he gets the assist then, right? So
yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't hurt his feelings, adds to his stat line a little bit. Again, I mean, in all credit to him, what a great move. If you watch that rollover that he does, really great move to get himself into free space. Great, well-timed cutback ball then. And then again, JJ just took care of the rest.
Nyes, a guy who had 17 goals and 22 assists this past season, was a first-team junior college All-American in his first year. He was also his conference's player of the year, so no surprise that Edward Nyes is a guy who has made a huge difference for Duluth FC in terms of both goals and assists.
Matt, he's young too.
Yeah, he's very
young. He's got a really bright future, both I think at the collegiate level and in the amateur level here.
So 2 goals up on the board for the Blue Greens as Torres now plays it behind Rutledge, who will have to track back and move his own territory, and now we'll use Howard. And now here might be another turnover as Hexie Oriana outside now. Bobai back out. Here's Nyes. Nyes in the 18. Now turning against Dolce. Gets a shot away, and it's off the side netting again. And Duluth FC, though, finding all kinds of pockets, especially on that left side, Coach. And that's a couple times on Nyes. Not only has a goal and assist where he's hit the side netting, he's been that close.
Matt, they're getting a lot of opportunities, and again, it's another one that comes off of a turnover. And if Sioux Falls is going to try to find their way back in this game, they're going to have to find answers to that question of how do they play to the back.
This Thunder goal kick is powered by Synovus Energy.
So off the restart now, Howard. Dolce now on the outside. Here's that high press again from the Blue Greens. Trace Dobson nearly turning it over. And now Trimble trying to keep it in. Another turnover. It's been kind of a theme here so far through the first 20 minutes. And now Edmondson stepping through and looking for the corner, and he'll get it.
Yeah,
So Duluth FC kind of turning the tables here on Sioux Falls. They were expecting high press from the Thunder tonight, and so far it's been the high press of the Blue Greens that's really made a difference here thus far.
Well, Matt, I think there's been a really high work rate in the midfield, and all credit to Paul Bobai and Dylan Sumner for really taking away a lot of the lanes, the options in the midfield, and really forcing the backs for Sioux Falls to kind of second guess their balls that are coming up into the midfield. So, again, I think they're looking up and seeing no options, and it just allows Duluth to press at will.
Nyes will take the corner kick. Bending ball, back post. Starling rises up, heads it over the bar, so we'll have a goal kick here coming up for Howard. Score a great deal at VW of Duluth. A 0% APR on Towson, 2.9% on Atlas and Cross Sports. Kick off your journey with our no commission sales team and transparent service department at Volkswagen of Duluth, the official dealership of Duluth FC. As off the kick, Oyabamaji again trying to knife his way through. Clearing ball now. Out on top now, Bizimana. And the ball pressure has been really strong here from the Blue Greens at the start, Coach, creating a lot of havoc, especially in the half of the field to our right. Kirabel Yurga now coming all the way back. Getting a touch there. Now here's Rutledge on the left foot. Playing a ball over the midfield line. Trace Dobson. Now it's Yurga to the far side of the field, and that'll go out off of Nyes. So it'll be a throw here coming up for Sioux Falls. If you're Sioux Falls at this point, Coach, are you just trying to sell your team down? I mean, I'm trying to put you in your coach's kind of spot here. Obviously, if you're Coach Sean Morgan, you're happy with the start. If you're Sioux Falls, what are you thinking at this point?
Yeah, man, I think they have to go big a couple times. They have to try to get the ball into Duluth's back line and see if they can, maybe get up forward and put a little bit of a counter press on. What they're doing, trying to play out of the back right now, just has not worked for them. And again, a lot of credit to Duluth for taking away a lot of those passing lanes and options, but I do think Sioux Falls has got to adjust their strategy a little bit.
It seems like they've had Frankie Dolce on an island a few times back there. And it's been tough for the team captains for the Thunder to kind of deal with the high press right now. Duluth FC's been pressing with the top three. And here's Oyabamaji again now on the right foot. He'll play it back for Nyes. Nyes now. Dylan Sumner. Now Sumner took a bit of a clipped ankle there, and now getting brought down here is Miles Edmondson, and we'll have a free kick here coming up for the Blue Greens.
Matt, the fouls are starting to accumulate kind of at the entry to the final third there. And we've seen this kind of throughout the summer. When a team is having a hard time dealing with the loose play, the fouls start to accumulate, like I said, right at that entry point. And so eventually I think the official will probably start to go to his pocket.
Rutledge now tracking back here for the Thunder. Starling will head it wide, and that'll go out of play. We'll have a throw coming up there. We can look at our next home match, by the way. A week from tonight, they'll be taking on Minnesota Blizzard for the second time. Duluth FC pitching a 3-0 shutout. First time they ever played the Blizzard. That was a couple weeks ago down in Lakeville, Minnesota. They'll try to make it a 2-for-2 sweep of the Blizzard for the season. That'll be our next home game for the Blue Greens. A week from tonight, as I mentioned, 7 o'clock, the opening kick. Coach Mooney and myself will be on with the pregame starting about 6:45. Duluth FC will also be on the road this weekend. Grandma's Marathon weekend, by the way, up here in the Twin Ports, which is always a festive atmosphere here in Duluth Superior.
Yeah, it might be a wet atmosphere this year.
Yeah, the weather is not looking too promising. We have a nice night tonight, but the weekend is not looking too great.
Man, I was worried last night. I thought just kind of shades of 2012 with some of the flooding that was happening in Duluth and up the North Shore and into the range.
Yeah, there was a lot of rain in the area. Now here's Duluth FC again in the transition as they move Pritchard now to the left. He's got Oyabamaji with him. Sends it in the middle, overshot him just a bit. Howard a little late coming off of his line. Oyabamaji will run it down.
Yeah, I think Liam's going to be disappointed in that final ball, but JJ did a good job to track it down, keep the sequence alive here.
Here's Nyes now, and it will be cleared up the middle. Now Solaris turns and fires and leaves that one high over the bar. Not really Solaris' game, but no one's going to blame him for taking that shot, I don't think.
Yeah, man, the ball just kind of ended up a little bit too far in front of him. He had to stretch to get there to hit that volley. And when you're stretching to it, you're automatically leaning back. And when you're leaning back, we all know the ball's going to end up high, right? And so I think if he could just maybe step through that space a little bit more just to get his body over it,
and are proud to partner with Duluth FC.
Here's Pritchard now in the middle. Oyabamaji wide open, turns and gets a shot away. That one blocked. Now Nye's trying to spin and get his foot to it. And now Trace Dobson on the far side. Turns on the inside. Duluth FC. The lanes are still there, Coach.
Yeah, and that front three looks really good tonight, Matt. There's just a lot of good interchange between the three of them. They're playing with a confidence and a freedom.
Hexie Oriana now making a run, and that one will go out of play, and we'll have a corner kick now coming up. Pritchard and Oriana actually played the college soccer together at Midwestern State, so that's a combination that has played together for a bit. And we'll have a corner kick now near side flag. Looks like it'll be Edmondson that'll come over and take it.
Yeah, Matt, you see some of the combination there. You talk about just the chemistry between those two players. And a lot of times you're looking for that fullback to make an overlapping run, and there Hexie makes the underlapping run. And again, it's just a good example of the combination between the two of them working.
Edmondson bending ball back post, and that one will be headed wide, and Duluth will have a throw deep here. We're into the 26th minute. Goal scorers Nyes and Oyabamaji for the Blue Greens. No surprise there, Coach. Two leading scorers. Each have a marker here for the Blue Greens in the opening 45 minutes. Perhaps more to come here as the throw comes in. Edmondson. Sumner now will step back. Oyabamaji. Solaris. Hexie Oriana. Continuing his run now. Rutledge trying to body him off. Now a double team coming on Hexie Oriana. And he'll still draw a throw. Good job there by Oriana. And we'll have a throw here coming up for Duluth FC. Oriana wants to go quick. That one popped up in the air. Dolce, now Sumner. Bobai turns, volleys it, and gets the shot away, and that one will go wide. Paul Bobai, also a guy, longtime blue-green player. We haven't talked much about him over the years, Coach. He's been part-time starter, part-time bench player for Duluth FC, but he's really solidified one of those three midfield spots for the Blue Greens this season. And didn't play against Force FC on Saturday, but is a guy, like I said, who has really seen his minutes increase for Blue Greens this season.
Well, Matt, I think he's finally healthy. You know,
Yeah.
I think that was one of the things that we've seen him in here in the summers, and it seems like there's always sort of a, kind of a nagging injury that he picks up partway through or brings in with him. So it's good to see him fully fit and get an example of what he can do.
Offside call a little bit delayed here against the Thunder, so it'll be a free kick here for the Blue Greens.
But Matt, if I'm Sioux Falls, I think that's exactly what I'm going to try to do. Is hit a couple of those long-range passing attempts. Just try to get numbers up underneath and just kind of break the pressure and give your back line a break a little bit.
Ball over the top now, getting a step was Pritchard. Didn't get a good touch on the ball. Now ball comes wide, Roquena. Nice job there by Jurga. Flick off the inside of the foot. Roquena now coming forward. And now ball over the top. Foltz off of his line. We'll grab that one.
Better opportunity from Sioux Falls there, and you see it. It all starts from Howard just skipping the first line. It looked like he was originally going out to Rutledge. Skips Rutledge, goes out to Requena, and obviously a good sequence counter there.
Here's a ball through the middle, looking for Oyabamaji. That was Nyes again. Now Bizimano after getting away from Rory Doyle. Good backside help there from Starling. Seen that for many, many years now from Jake Starling.
Yeah, and a good tackle there from Jake.
A little bit of sloppy play now from the Blue Greens in their own end of the field. Here's the shot now by Roquena, and he leaves it wide to the right post.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what Zeke was thinking on that one, just trying to sneak that through the forwards there, and really needs to be careful on a ball up central like that.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily the best choice by Zeke Foltz, who, again, in his second year with Duluth FC.
Yeah, and Matt,
really good hands for Zeke. He's a former football player, American football player.
I mean, there was a window there for him to try to fit through, but it wasn't a big window. And
it's one of those that I have a conversation with Rory Doyle and Jake Starling at halftime about, is this ball now over the top. Howard way off of his line. And he'll head that one out 30 yards away from his own goal. And we'll have a throw now for Hexie Oriana for Duluth FC.
Yeah, Howard has been good tonight, Matt.
He's had to be. This ball now through the middle. Here's Bobai. And he'll go outside now. Rory Doyle will square it now. Here's Starling. Space now for Liam Pritchard in the middle. Oyabamaji now getting a step, and that one will be deflected.
Matt, there again you see Hexie just on the invert. So as they build out, rather than that fullback just staying wide, Hexie's gone more central and played almost as another center midfielder, almost as another 6. And it's forced Liam Pritchard to be sort of the lone wide option in the channel, which has put him into a lot of 1v1 situations and provided a little bit more presence in the midfield for Duluth FC.
31st minute, Miles Edmondson taking the corner kick near side. Bending ball through the middle, and that one was inviting Paul Bobai. I think that one skipped right by him, Coach. He has both hands on his head there.
Yeah, and it looked like Howard maybe got screened a little bit when he came out. It looked like he almost got lost, and it was really free for anybody to get a touch in the middle.
I think Bobai probably had the best look at it. There were about 3 blue-greens there that could have gotten touched. Oyabamaji was also in the area. Now here's Rory Doyle. Doyle for the blue-greens will play it wide now. Hexie Oriana.
But Matt, just another example of where I think Duluth is cleaning things up in the set pieces. Obviously didn't score on that opportunity, but just the fact that they're getting those opportunities. If you get the ball in a dangerous positions enough, in free looks like that, you're going to start finishing on them. So just better execution from Duluth on their set pieces than we saw the first half of the season.
Now a foul against Sioux Falls as Edward Nye is now on that left side. He's been making a lot of hay over there, Coach. Not just because he has a goal and assist, but he's been taking advantage of his speed and his quickness with those feet of his on the outside. Create a lot of scoring opportunities from out there.
Yeah, Matt, obviously he's going to be something that they're going to cue in on at halftime. Sioux Falls have to find ways to try to stifle his production.
Nye standing over this one now on the right foot. Blue Greens right now with about 6 players. Now maybe 7 players in and around the box. Edmondson going to come over for a chat as well.
Yeah, Matt, I would think, he's probably talking about somewhere between the 6 and the penalty mark, trying to put a low, kind of waist-high ball in, maybe a 1 skipper.
Edmondson on the fake. Now it's Nye bouncing it in, and that one will be carried away now on the short hop. To the right by Howard. We'll have a corner kick now far side.
Yeah, and testing the goalkeeper there. Again, I think it's a little bit more penetrating than I thought he was going to go at first, but if you can test the goalkeeper, why not? Taking it quickly here.
Nice now. And Dolce will tackle it on a play level throw coming up.
And Matt, that's why I hate short corners. A well-executed short corner, I'm all for, but on that second ball, the one that comes off of Pritchard there.
Ball in the middle now. Howard getting a hand to it. Now Yurga and Oyabamaji hand fighting in the middle of the 18, and that'll result in a foul against JJ Oyabamaji.
Yeah, Yurga really strong there to kind of fend off JJ.
And giving up about 3 or 4 inches on that matchup physically in the middle of the Sioux Falls 18, but Yurga's been one of the top players here for the Thunder through the first 33-plus minutes, Coach.
Yeah, Matt, going back to that corner kick, the second ball that comes from Pritchard, it has to find its way onto a Blue Greens player, or it has to find its way out. It cannot get picked off, which obviously it did by Dolce there, and that could be a really dangerous counterattack opportunity.
Now Howard coming off of his line. Volleys that one toward midfield, brought down by Solaris. Now Pritchard trying to run it down before it makes its way over the sideline. Does a good job. Now cuts inside, digging toward the end line. Now he gets knocked to the turf, and then he takes down Owen Rutledge. We play on. Ball forward.
Of how fast Liam Pritchard is. I think everybody in the stadium just kind of gave up on that ball, thought it was going out as soon as he took his first touch. But man, he got there, and to have that slowdown speed then to keep the ball in, but then to be able to change directions. Really get Rutledge kind of twisting both ways there. Really well done from Liam Pritchard.
How's Edmondson now looking for Oyabamaji, who tried to shield off the defender. Now he hits the deck and playing on. Kirabella Yurga coming back.
Officials been, I think, very consistent tonight in letting some of that physical play go on.
And Sumner now coming forward. Sumner now trying to play a ball through the middle. Here's a shot attempt by Oyabamaji, kicked away by Howard. Duluth FC still looking very dangerous here, Coach. Looking for more than a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, I don't think JJ thought there was any way that ball was getting through, Matt.
It's kind of a silky pass there by Dylan Sumner, who
Yeah.
I was expecting him to take the shot from out there, but he decided to kind of try to feather that ball through the middle, and Oyabamji turned and got a shot away.
Yeah, it looked like he just kind of wrong-footed Amaro as he was trying to turn with it and just kind of, bounced off his foot. Like I said, just ended up on JJ's feet there, kind of unexpectedly.
Throw now coming up. Here's Edmondson. Sumner now will go all the way back. Here's Rory Doyle and Jake Starling right near midfield. Longtime team captain plays the ball forward, intercepted by Yurga. Now perhaps numbers coming forward for Sioux Falls. Bizimana. Not sure what he was asking for on that play.
Yeah, not sure either, Matt.
Maybe he was looking for a foul for some reason. I'm not sure. I didn't see anything there, that's for sure. And now as this ball comes toward the Duluth FC 18, Doyle. Turn and half volley it out with the left foot. We'll have a throw here coming up. Sears is the recognized global leader in personal aviation and is expanding in Duluth. Voted as Duluth's best large employer, Sears offers on-site training, competitive pay, paid time off, 401k match, and career growth opportunities. Visit SearsAircraft.com to apply today. Less than 10 minutes away from halftime here. Depending on how much added time our center referee wants to give us here tonight, as this ball now is sent into the Duluth FC 18-yard area. No one in a white jersey anywhere close to that ball, and we'll have a goal kick coming up here for Zeke Foltz. We're in the 37th minute now, Coach. 2-0 your score. And I just want to get your assessment of our first 37 or so minutes here of play here on this Wednesday evening.
Yeah, Matt, the scoring has cooled down a little bit over the last 15 minutes or so, but I think the opportunities are still there for Duluth. I do think Sioux Falls has kind of grown into the game a little bit. They found a way to counter-press a bit better. I will say Yurga, again, has covered so much ground. He's looked terrific. You see him anytime there's a takeaway opportunity for Sioux Falls, he's on the end of it.
Now here's Duluth FC. Edmondson forward. Oyabamji with the shot. Save is made again by Howard.
Yeah,
and he called a foul, I think.
I think he was just leaning offside there, Matt.
Oh, he was just a half step off. Okay, because JJ Oyabamji had a good look there.
Yeah, the AR is the one who made the call. It wasn't the center official, so I can't imagine the AR is calling a foul from that far away when the center official was right on top of it, but I do think he was just leaning offside.
So we've lost our camera feed for the time being. So we'll downshift in a little bit of radio-style broadcasting here as this ball coming forward now near midfield. Miles Edmondson will play it off of a Sioux Falls player, and we'll have a quick throw now taken by Nyes. Far sideline. JJ Oyabamji back now for Edward Nyes, who's had a heck of a first half. Now Oyabamji 30 yards from goal. Ball intended for a ball-by, picked off by Roquena, who came back defensively for Sioux Falls. On Trace Dobson. Now he'll turn it over. It's been sort of a consistent theme here as we get our picture back. The midfield and the defenders for Sioux Falls having a hard time linking up right now. And a lot of credit for that to the Blue Greens defensively, Coach.
Yeah, Matt, I think, again, the addition of Dylan Sumner has been so key in that as well. Not only has he provided a real presence and just kind of calmness in possession of the ball, but if you watch the way that he and Paul Bolby fill passing lanes, he's on the end of a lot of defensive takeaways.
Alex Kohler now, Bizimana. Good job by Rory Doyle, dispossessed him. Now Rory Doyle, the Irishman, coming forward. And Oyabamji, I think that he was expecting Nyes maybe to cut in a little bit as a supporting role instead of going wide.
Yeah, and JJ's going to hear from Doyle on that one because that's one of his lone attempts to get forward tonight. I'm sure he was just chomping to get forward and actually make a run and get involved in the attack a little bit. And that's the one time tonight where JJ's actually let the ball slip out of his grasp.
And Doyle with 3 goals on the season for the Blue Greens. So here's Dolce now.
But Matt, as we talk about that you can see how confident Duluth is in playing the ball into JJ's feet. And what an advantage that is, what a luxury that is to be able to play into a forward's feet, even when he's got a mark on him, when he's double marked. They always feel confident playing into him and realize that they can keep possession.
Sioux Falls has sort of backed out now of that high press, Coach, and I have a feeling that's more or less to try to keep Duluth FC from going over the top on them because they've been finding space on the wing, both with Pritchard and Nyes throughout this first half. And there's Nyes again, playing it out. The flag stays down. Now
he's
he'll
going
go
to
up.
call him.
Yeah. Waited a little bit on that one, had a quick look at it. Edmondson was making a run up the left wing. As we're into the 40th minute now. Duluth FC leading at 2-0. Goals from Edward Nyes, his 9th of the season, the 6th minute. With the assist from Liam Pritchard, also could give a second assist from Paul Bobai on that particular goal. And it's JJ Oyabamaji from Edward Nyes, his 6th of the season, the 17th minute. Duluth FC with a 2-goal lead here as on Rutledge now for the Sioux Falls Thunder coming across the midfield stripe. Now Jurga, he goes down. Solaris with the tackle. And now they're going to bring it back, and they're going to say that Solaris did, in fact, get Jurga.
Yeah, it's Lars went to ground there, and I don't think he originally had an intent to foul there, but he went to ground early. The play kind of carried into him, and then right call by the official to let that play on as Sioux Falls kept possession to see if it materialized in anything. It didn't. They bring it back and call the original foul.
Bernardo Torres starting over this one now for the Thunder. Less than 5 minutes of regular time here in the opening 45 minutes. Walt Hunting Stadium, Marv Heikkinen Field, 2-0 Duluth FC in the lead. Bending ball toward the 18, headed away by Bobai. And now this one will be sent wide.
Yeah, and that's one where on a set piece like that, Matt, Torres has got to be the first defender there to play that ball into 3 blue-greens, basically, just to easily play that ball out. You've got to get that ball more driven and into a space that can actually challenge them and force them to go back to goal. And again, not only do you kind of squander the opportunity, but you will really kind of open yourself up to a really good counterattack situation if Duluth does a better job of breaking out from that.
Here's Jurga now in midfield, and that should be another foul on Solaris. That will be. 3 minutes plus change here away from halftime.
Andreas needs to be a little bit careful, to kind of rack up back-to-back fouls in the same plane of the field. You start to draw a little bit of attention from the official. And of course, Andreas, no stranger to a yellow card, and he plays well on a yellow card. But if he can get through the rest of the half without getting on one, I think would be smart on his part.
Free kick now. Bending over this one. Here's now a left-footed ball, and then it'll be easy pickings there. Rutledge sending it over the top, grabbed by Foltz. And Zeke Foltz now. Send it wide now. Hexie Oriana stepping inside. Now Bobai. Pritchard. Oriana. Now Solaris. And Duluth FC will switch it now for Rory Doyle. Check it, it's Jake Starling, and a foul going to be called on Jurga, who was tracking about 30, 40 yards on that play. He just kept chasing the Blue Greens around and finally gets whistled for the infraction. Foltz. Bobai now trying to flick it forward. Pritchard will get there first. Playing it into space now for Yabamaji. And that will be tackled out now, and we'll have a corner kick here coming up. That was Frankie Dolce who had to come over from his central defender spot. He's had a busy first half. And it'll be Edmondson that'll jog over and take an in-swinger now with that left foot.
Yeah, Matt, these late in the half set pieces can be dangerous for teams where players start to switch off, tired legs, tired minds, just trying to see it out to halftime.
Edmondson now on the corner. Bends it in. And that was Sumner who tried to get ahead to it. Couldn't keep it in the field of play. We'll have a goal kick here for Jack Howard, who's been very active here so far in the first half. And he starts out the play now for Frankie Dolce, far side of the field. Jurga, probably been the most active of the Thunder players here so far, Coach, I would guess, coming back now.
Yeah, man, like I said, he's gone all over the pitch to try to get on the ball and impact the game. Good things have happened when Jurga has gotten on the ball.
That was Amaro now. And this ball to the far side now will go out of play. We'll have a throw here coming up.
Matt, one of the other things that Sioux Falls did is they switched Dolce and Amaro, and I wonder how much that's had to do with them kind of sorting things out as they try to build out.
Duluth FC now played all the way back into their own 18. Here's Foltz. Rory Doyle now for the Blue Greens on the right foot. Now he moves forward. It's clipped from behind by Bizimana, and that'll result in a free kick here. Into the 45th minute. Like I said, we'll see how much added time our center referee wants to give to me.
Man, I'm not sure when that change happened between Dolce and Amaro. If that was kind of after the second goal, maybe. It's definitely been for the last 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes. They've switched.
This one will be tackled out now by Pritchard. We'll have a throw coming up.
And sometimes just getting you on a different foot, just different familiarity with the sort of the dexterity of the field. Something has switched there, and again, I think it's helped Sioux Falls just kind of get a little bit more into the game.
This is Trace Dobson now, who's played for the Thunder for several years. Playing it all the way back now for the aforementioned Robert Amaro. And yeah, they've moved Dolce more to the right side and have kind of brought Amaro back down. Here's a long ball over the top. And it'll be played out now. I think they're going to say it was out off of Roy Doyle. Doesn't like the call. Throw will come in. As we're in the first minute now of extra time. Here in this opening 45. Here's Dobson now. There's a shot coming in on goal, and actually they wouldn't count it anyway. The flag went up, so they called an offside there on that particular play. We'll have a free kick now for Foltz. All in all, pretty good first half for the Blue Greens, especially the front three. We found plenty of space to work with in the back. 2 goals up the board and could have had more, Coach, but not for a couple of really acrobatic saves by Jack Howard here in this opening 45 minutes.
Yeah, Matt, again, that front three has looked electric, and midfield has really just done a good job of I think, controlling the entirety of the game.
Goal kick from Foltz now. That'll be volleyed forward by Dobson over the top of the blue-green bench, far side of the field. Throw coming up now for Miles Edmondson. And flicked out now. Apparently still in play. I thought it actually might have gone over the sideline. I think everybody was expecting that, including the players. Now Amaro will hit it wide. And Pritchard now in a foot race with Rutledge. Right side. Exioriana. Nyes now who's come to the right side. Now Bobai. Solaris. And that'll take care of the first half. Very strong opening 45 minutes from the Blue Greens here tonight. Got off to a very quick start, Coach. Got a goal in the first 10 minutes. Had a second before the 20-minute mark, and they'll head into the intermission. Right now in control, at the moment anyway, by the score of 2-0. Your impressions of that first half?
Matt, in terms of the first half games that we've seen here, through the first half of the season, this has been the best that I've seen from this team at home. Again, just the urgency to get things started in the first half, and really, I mean, just the frequency of which they found themselves, in attacking opportunities, quality opportunities through the first half. It's been a good half, and I'm sure Sean Morgan will have a few adjustments to make at halftime, but all in all, I think they come back out and do a lot of the same in the second half.
Recapping the scoring in that opening 45 minutes, Edward Nyes, who has a goal and assist, his 9th goal of the season in the 6th minute from Pritchard and Bobai to make it 1-0, and then 11 minutes later in the 17th, JJ Oyabamaji, his 6th goal of the season from Nyes to make it 2-0, and that is where we stand here at the break. 2-0, Blue Greens in the lead, and with that being the case, we'll take an extended break, come back in about 15-20 minutes with the start of the second half of this MPSL North Conference contest between the Blue Greens of Duluth FC and Sioux Falls Thunder FC. That's coming up, like I said, in about 20 minutes. This is the Duluth FC Soccer, brought to you courtesy of the Blue Green Stream Team.
Welcome to Volkswagen of Duluth. From our no-commission sales team to our transparent video maintenance, you are our priority. As you explore, you'll feel the excitement and confidence that comes with driving a Volkswagen. From the North Shore down to Canal, discover Duluth in a whole new way. Come visit us. Your adventure starts with Volkswagen of Duluth.
For nearly 75 years, the Sioux Superior Refinery has been an important part of our community. Our employees live and work here. From the creation of jobs to fueling marine transportation, the products we make help energize our region. At Synovus, we believe in giving back to our community.
Synovus is proud to support Duluth FC. Good luck on your 2024 season, Blue Greens.
Synovus Energy, invested in our community.
I'm Dr. Jordan Lindholm. I'm a family medicine physician. I think it's really important to have your own primary care provider because we're kind of the first stop, and then we can refer you to the specialist if that is what's needed. We like to explore the parks and trails of Duluth, both good for exercise as well as it's good for your overall mental health. When I see all the improvement that my patients have made over time, it feels very rewarding. That's the reason why I went into medicine.
Wow!
It doesn't have to be complicated to be cool. Simple is cool. With the G7, everything is in reach.
My name is Dr. Joel Edwall, and I'm a family medicine physician. I think a lot of wellness comes down to balancing simple things like sleep, going outside, being active and moving, not staring at a screen for 12 hours a day, diet and eating the right foods at the right times. I think we live happier, healthier, more productive lives. We have more energy, we have better relationships with those around us, and we have an overall higher quality of life.
Welcome to Volkswagen of Duluth. From our no-commission sales team to our transparent video maintenance, you are our priority. As you explore, you'll feel the excitement and confidence that comes with driving a Volkswagen. From the North Shore down to Canal, discover Duluth in a whole new way. Come visit us. Your adventure starts with Volkswagen of Duluth.
For nearly 75 years, the Sioux Superior Refinery has been an important part of our community. Our employees live and work here. From the creation of jobs to fueling marine transportation, the products we make help energize our region. At Synovus, we believe in giving back to our community.
Synovus is proud to support Duluth FC. Good luck on your 2024 season, Blue Greens.
Synovus Energy, invested in our community.
I'm Dr. Jordan Lindholm. I'm a family medicine physician. I think it's really important to have your own primary care provider because we're kind of the first stop, and then we can refer you to the specialist if that is what's needed. We like to explore the parks and trails of Duluth, both good for exercise as well as it's good for your overall mental health. When I see all the improvement that my patients have made over time, it feels very rewarding. That's the reason why I went into medicine.
Wow! It doesn't have to be complicated to be cool. Simple is cool. With the G7, everything is in reach.
My name is Dr. Joel Edwall, and I'm a family medicine physician. I think a lot of wellness comes down to balancing simple things like sleep, going outside, being active and moving, not staring at a screen for 12 hours a day, diet and eating the right foods at the right times. I think we live happier, healthier, more productive lives. We have more energy, we have better relationships with those around us, and we have an overall higher quality of life.
Welcome to Volkswagen of Duluth. From our no-commission sales team to our transparent video maintenance, you are our priority. As you explore, you'll feel the excitement and confidence that comes with driving a Volkswagen. From the North Shore down to Canal, discover Duluth in a whole new way. Come visit us. Your adventure starts with Volkswagen of Duluth.
For nearly 75 years, the Sioux Superior Refinery has been an important part of our community. Our employees live and work here. From the creation of jobs to fueling marine transportation, the products we make help energize our region. At Synovus, we believe in giving back to our community.
Synovus is proud to support Duluth FC. Good luck on your 2024 season, Blue Greens.
Synovus Energy, invested in our community.
I'm Dr. Jordan Lindholm. I'm a family medicine physician. I think it's really important to have your own primary care provider because we're kind of the first stop, and then we can refer you to the specialist if that is what's needed. We like to explore the parks and trails of Duluth, both good for exercise as well as it's good for your overall mental health. When I see all the improvement that my patients have made over time, it feels very rewarding. That's the reason why I went into medicine.
Wow! It doesn't have to be complicated to be cool. Simple.
Matt Johnson, Coach Joe Mooney back here at Walt Hunting Stadium, Marv Heikkinen Field. Your score 2-0 at the half here as we get ready to begin this second 45 minutes, and we're having some technical problems with our scoreboard across the way there, Coach. The lights are flashing on and off.
Looks good now, Matt.
Yeah,
let's roll.
Now it's back, and now it's score is still 2-0, as you see there. Sioux Falls kicking out to begin the second half here. As we begin half number 2. Duluth FC leading it by the score of 2-0. And the strength of goals by Edward Nyes, his 9th of the season, and then JJ Oyabamaji, his 6th of the season for the Blue Greens. The second half, like I said, underway here. Duluth FC will be next in action on Saturday, taking on Joy Athletic Club down at Oriole Stadium, St. Louis Park, in the Twin Cities metro area, before they come home a week from tonight to take on Minnesota Blizzard. It'll be a 7 p.m. opening kick here from Walt Hunting Stadium, Marv Heikkinen Field. Coach Joe Mooney and I will be on with the pregame starting at 6:45. Duluth FC right now in a bit of a roll here, Coach. 2 goals in the first half now. And now we'll see what kind of adjustments the two teams make here as the second half is underway. No substitutions as of yet. There's Rory Doyle. Now a touch in the middle from Liam Pritchard. Nobody in a black jersey was close to it. Now on the outside, this is Alex Kohler. Or the Thunder now trying to squeeze the ball through. Next to Oriana covering in the middle. Back toward midfield, and now here is Frankie Dolce, who had a rough first 45 minutes, at least at the start. And the Thunder were able to kind of put things back together again. And so the Blue Greens down after Duluth FC scored 2 goals in the first 20 minutes. And now lead it by a 2-0 score, as I mentioned. That's been the story ever since that time. Owen Rutledge stepping inside, playing the ball off into space for David Bizimana. And that ball tackled out now by Rory Doyle. We'll have a throw here coming up. Throw comes in now. Here's Jurga. Herbel Jurga, who had a busy first half as well for the Thunder. Hand fighting now alongside JJ Oyabamaji. Those two have been going at it pretty much all night, Coach.
Yeah, it looks like, Matt, same personnel out there for both teams, but it looks like Sioux Falls has allowed Jurga to just drop in deeper. I think obviously trying to get him on the ball a little bit more, have more of an impact in the build-up.
Foul against the Blue Greens. It'll be a free kick now here at an angle. Staying over this one, Alex Kohler and Josiah Trimble here.
We need an old priest and a young priest.
Bending ball now coming in. Punched away there by Fultz. That came into his 6-yard area. Now Duluth FC, and we're going to have a foul call. Maybe a handball here against Paul Boba, either that or over the back on the foul. And we will now have another free kick here for the Thunder. The 49th minute. 2-0 still your score. This is Owen Rutledge on the left foot now. Sends it through the 18. That'll bounce through everybody. And Paul Bobai will do the wise thing and just let it roll over for a blue-green throw. St. Luke's, now part of Aspires Health, is proud to sponsor Duluth FC. When it comes to injury prevention, treatment, and recovery, the great orthopedics and sports medicine team has you covered. Learn more at slhduluth.com/ortho. As now we're going to have a penalty called here against the Blue-Greens as Jurga came into the 18. And are they going to get Bobai on that call?
Yeah, it looked like Bolbai's feet just got tangled up with Jurga there. And again, you see the quality from Jurga. Just a great turn from him, and then a step over, and off he goes. He has been really the bright spot for Sioux Falls here tonight, Matt.
Yeah, and he's going to stand over this one here as we're, like I said, going now into the 50th minute, trying to cut the lead in half here. Karabel Jurga from the penalty spot. And here he takes it, and he'll send it in the upper corner to make it 2-1. That'll be a PK goal. That goal coming in the 50th minute.
The spot for the Thunder, number 12, Karabel Jurga.
Yeah, Matt, well taken there from Jurga. Hard to say from this angle. Did he go right up the middle? Almost, it looked like maybe he went high and almost tried to just go right up top.
Yeah, tucked it in. And that makes it now 2-1 your score. Penalty kick goal off of the foul against Paul Bobai in the 18. Duluth FC's lead now down to 2-1. That's the 16th goal surrendered by the Blue-Greens overall this season. And the 10th they've given up here at MPSL North Conference action. Just the 8th goal scored on the season by the Thunder. They've given up now, including the night, 15 goals so far. As Frankie Dolce now gives it a ride toward midfield off the kick. And now volleyed forward here by Alex Kohler to the outside.
Matt, and here you see again Sioux Falls just playing a lot more direct here throughout the first 5 minutes of this half, and I think it's given them a bit more of a foothold in the game. Just trying to play direct into those top four guys, see if they can't get some knockdown play into the path of Jurga, who can get on the ball, and then, like we saw, can be really dangerous when he does.
Blue-Greens now off of the foul, play it back. Headed forward now, Oya Bamaji. Turning now, playing a ball into space up the far side. Liam Pritchard now will track it down in the corner. Crosses it into the middle. Here's Nyes with the header, and he scores! Josiah Trimble tried to get there. Howard a little off balance, and it's Nyes with the goal, his 10th of the season. The assist to Pritchard. And in the 51st minute, Duluth FC comes right back, and it's now back to a 2-goal lead at 3-1.
Great response there from Duluth. Really good turn from JJ there. Plays it strongly right into the path of Liam Pritchard. I love that Pritchard took that ball early. I was afraid he might try to take a couple extra touches, try to drive central with it, but to pick his head up, slot it across the plane of the goal. And I'm actually not sure if it was Nyes or Trimble that actually headed that one in. I'm sure Nyes is going to accept credit for it, and I think he did get a touch on it, but the way Trimble kind of held himself afterward, I'm just not sure if maybe he got some on that ball as well. But great goal from Duluth, and again, a great response from them.
So Duluth FC now leads at 3-1. Quick response from the Blue-Greens off the goal. 10 goals now and counting for Edward Nyes, Belgian import for Duluth FC. And like you said, a really nice ball in, too, from Pritchard on that wing.
Well, again, Matt, I'm so glad he took that ball early. You know, it's tempting for a winger to try to turn the corner there and try to drive central with it, especially as you're trying to chase that ball down out the end line. It's hard to get your hips around and deliver a good ball as all of your weight and your momentum is carrying you toward the end line. Did a really good job just to get around it and again put it really on a platter.
You can call him out.
Here's Bobai now over the top. Pritchard, who had a lot of space in that first half to work against Owen Rutledge on that left side of the defensive line here for Sioux Falls, and took advantage of it there. A couple of really nice balls. 2 assists now for Pritchard on the night, by the way, as this ball into the 18 now over the top. Trace Dobson now Been shielded away from Edward Nyes, and Nyes is going to take the professional foul there, and it'll be a free kick here for the Thunder.
But Matt, if we go back to that goal, again, where does it start? It starts from just the absolute freedom Duluth has to play into JJ. He had checked all the way back, almost into the center of the field to get on that ball, and a great turn from him. And again, just an absolute professional driven ball forward into the path of Liam Pritchard there. But it starts with being able to just freely play into your 9 wherever you can find him on the pitch.
And that's, again, making such a difference. As now we have a foul call here against, I think it's Bernardo Torres, getting tangled up there with Liam Pritchard. Free kick here for the Blue Greens. The 54th minute, a 3-1 contest. Duluth FC looking for overall win number 7 on the season. They're 6th in NPSL North Conference action here in 2024.
1-year-old Ella was diagnosed with B-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia, which is a very high risk. After 5 months
off the restart now on the outside, it's Rory Doyle. Who's looked good in that central defender spot, not a natural position for him. But looking good here so far tonight. Now here's a ball at the top from Hexie Oriano looking for Oyabamaji. JJ Oyabamaji getting a step. Coming in on a sharp angle. And in the middle now, here's Nyes looking for the hat trick. Gets a shot away, and it's blocked away by Dolce.
Yeah, I think Nyes is kicking himself a little bit for not taking that one first time, Matt. But
Oyabamaji did a lot of work on that play. Got it in the middle for Nyes. Very close to getting the hat trick there for Nyes. In the meantime, it'll be a corner kick, far side flag. Miles Edmondson jogging over to take it here for Duluth FC. Here's the bending ball from Edmondson, now punched away by Howard. It'll come near side now. Jake Starling. Starling will play it out. And it'll be a throw, actually, as it comes off the blue-green team captain. It'll be a throw here now for the Thunder.
Yeah, Matt, I'm sure maybe one of the points that the coaching staff for Duluth made at halftime, you've done a lot of the things right. You pressed a lot better tonight. The possession play has been better. The top 3, again, the way that they're working in unison has been great. But I think if there was one challenge that the coaching staff probably threw out to Duluth, it's let's get one on a set piece as well.
Now foul going to be called here on Trimble as he takes down Nyes just outside the Sioux Falls 18, and he's going to get a yellow card. It'll be our first booking of the night. Comes in the 56th minute. And we'll have a free kick now for Duluth FC. It was on Josiah Trimble. It's been actually a pretty clean game, Coach. Hasn't been a lot of whistles so far in terms of fouls.
Yeah, Matt, and I think it's been a physical game, and I do give a lot of credit to the officiating crew tonight for the job that they've done. You know, a physical game, 2 teams that are contesting for their placement in the NPSL, and really I think they've done a good job of keeping things under control. Even in moments of the game where there could have been some frustration that has shown through, I think that the officiating crew has done a good job of sort of talking the players through it.
Now it's Dylan Sumner, bending ball, and he scores! How about that free kick from Dylan Sumner? For Sumner, his first goal since coming back to Duluth FC, and it is now 4-1 in favor of the Blue Greens.
Well, Matt, we just talked about it, right? We said that was kind of the last box for Duluth to check to try to get one on a set piece there. You see the quick hesitation from the first kick taker. I think that was that Edo on the ball as well, or was that Edmondson?
It was Edmondson.
Edmondson on the ball to feint in there and just kind of freeze the defenders. And then we talked about this in the pregame, Matt, too, that one of the advantage you have with a guy like Dylan Sumner, one of the key things that he brings to your game is the ability to really help you on set pieces. A well-struck ball there, and I'm sure he's going to be enjoying that one.
Yeah, Dylan Sumner, who helped create an own goal against Force FC on Saturday. No doubt about this one being his goal as he tucks it into the upper corner. Nothing really Howard could do on that play. Just really well placed by Dylan Sumner, the leading scorer, as we mentioned last year, for Mercyhurst University, and he showed why on that free kick, Coach. That was well placed, to say the least.
Yeah, Matt. And again, not a lot of trickery. It's not a big time design play, but just that hesitation from Edmondson to freeze the defenders and like you said, to freeze Howard on his line. Just that that half-second freeze allows, I think, the space for Dylan to place that the way he did.
Paul Bobai now for the Blue Greens. Sends it wide. Exi Oriana. Playing the ball over the top. Now here's Pritchard stepping through, and now Howard aggressively off of his line, punches it away. Sumner. Obi. Sumner again coming in at an angle, floats it into the 6. Rutledge, now Nyes, and didn't get as much on it as he wanted. But Duluth FC again finding that space, coach, and that chemistry, like you said, between the top 3, really, really impressive here.
Yeah,
these last few weeks.
Howard, great off his line there. You know, a lot of credit to Howard. I mean, he's, you know, obviously it's a 4-goal score line right now, and it's tough for a goalkeeper, but he's made some impressive saves tonight, Matt. I think he's covered a lot of ground. And
yeah, it could have been more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Hexie Oriana now. Here's Sumner. Oriana for the Blue Greens, playing it through. Pritchard going to have to hold up his run to come back onside. Now here's Oyabamaji in the middle. JJ Oyabamaji now trying to dance around Dolce. No call on that one. I think that's a good no call. And a ball now coming through the middle. And now Starling just bowls over Alex Kohler from behind. And that's
he's
a yellow card.
He'll get booked for that.
Good call.
Yeah.
Blue Green team captain is now Rory Doyle having a conversation with the center referee about something. I'm not sure what. Doyle, one of the more vocal Blue Greens on the field when he's playing a game. Having a conversation, maybe it's the Irish in him coming out. As he runs back now to his central defender spot.
I'm sure very just calmly pleading his case there, Rory Doyle. And I think Starling knew it, you know, as he initiated contact. I mean,
yeah, there wasn't any. There certainly wasn't any argument from Jake as he went back.
Yeah, and it's nothing malicious, Matt. It's a hard challenge, and it's setting the tone a little bit. And really, you know, you look at how far he had to travel out of his pocket. Like, if he's not getting the ball there, he's got to probably take the player out a little bit just to prevent any kind of runs in behind the space that he just kind of vacated.
This is Roquena now trying to come in on the in line. Now he'll poke it away from Fultz, and we'll get a little bit of a talking to here, it looks like. Our center referee as well. We'll have a goal kick now coming up here for Fultz. Zeke a little bit nonplussed by that sequence, but
yeah, I'm not sure why Zeke tried to turn that ball there. You know, really, a goalkeeper probably just bend down, pick it up, not put yourself under any undue pressure there.
There's Rutledge now coming forward on the left foot. Jurga, who has the Sioux Falls goal, and now he'll dribble it out of play. Duluth FC with 2 goals in each half so far. Still about a half hour plus stoppage time remaining here. Duluth FC's definitely found their offense the last couple of weeks here, Coach. Talked about their last 3 games, 18-1 the scoring margin. And now the last 4, it's 22-2. As this ball now over the top, and Dolce will run this one down. Up on the far side now, this is Robert Amaro. Playing it over the top, looking for Oquena, who's on the run. Nifty little forward over there is Cesar Roquena.
Yeah, Matt, he's had a couple nice 1v1 opportunities tonight. Shows some of his style.
We have our first substitution of the game here. As Robert Amaro leaves the game. New player into the game. For the Thunder as the throw will come up on the far side. Here's Jurga now going back. Place Dobson. Near side now. And move Tremble now to the left side. And he's playing alongside now Dobson, who's taking more of a central defender role here.
Yeah, so they put Dolce, they've kept him on the right center back spot, Matt. They've moved Dobson into the left center back spot. And like you said, they inverted Trimble and Rutledge.
Now Howard well off of his line, almost near midfield. One of the things I talked about with Coach Sean Morgan, he did say that Howard is a guy who likes to come off of his line very aggressively. Jurgen now. There's a turnover in midfield. Pritchard now leading it over the top. Dolce back for Howard. Jack Howard on his right foot. And unable to keep that in is Kohler. We'll have a throw here coming up. Edmondson going quickly. Here's Nyes. setting on a hat trick possibility. As he switches the field now, here's Pritchard, who has 2 assists. Liam Pritchard for the Blue Greens. Inside out move against Trimble, takes it wide, crosses it in, and Dobson will just clear it out. Get the feeling that Sioux Falls is going to try to maybe keep their shape a little bit as the Blue Greens going to make a substitution. Looks like Axel Batal is getting ready to check in for Duluth FC coach at the next opportunity. Or is that Charlie Wood?
That looks like Charlie Wood.
It is going to be Charlie Wood that's going to come in. My mistake. He'll take out Dylan Sumner, and Dylan Sumner with a nice night, coach. Second game for Duluth FC. Has a goal in this game.
Number 16, Dylan Sumner.
Matt, is it just me, or does Dylan Sumner have a little bit more extra flow to him than he did a couple years back?
Yeah, I
is
think
a little
it's
extra,
yeah,
hair
yeah,
up top there.
Yeah, that is very true.
A couple times I was looking for someone else, right?
Yeah, he had a when he first played for Duluth FC 3 years ago. He had the closest thing I would describe it as is probably a buzz cut, and now he's let the hair flow a bit. I was a little bit. I almost didn't recognize him, to be honest with you, when I first saw him when he came back. He came up and said hello to me, and definitely knew who I was. I did not recognize him at all because the last time I saw him, he had very short hair. Now he has a nice little flow going there, but it's good to have Dylan back. He, I think he's a valuable member of the team 3 years ago.
Yeah, Matt, you saw in the way he played tonight, right?
Yeah, and he was a guy that wasn't a goal scorer for Duluth FC that first year, but was a guy who, played more of a holding kind of back role for the Blue Greens, served the ball quite a bit to the wings as a midfielder a year ago or 3 years ago, and like I said, coming off of a year in which he led Mercyhurst in goal scoring and total points. And certainly has, I think his game has also matured as well. And that's what happens, when you get those extra years in college, as you well know.
Well, Matt, again, it was on both sides of the ball. Like he provided a real, just calm presence offensively. Always an outlet for Duluth. Really good pockets that he found, but then defensively, again, he really cleaned a lot up in the midfield and really prevented passing lanes from ever materializing for Sioux Falls while he was in.
Yeah, and also had, of course, that perfectly taken free kick goal, which, that was about as well placed as you could possibly get. Upper corner on the left. So made this a 4-1 game, by the way. 66th minute. Duluth FC now, by the way, with that goal from Sumner, now has 14 different guys that have on the back of the net this year. That's one more than they had last year. Last year's team had 13 guys that scored. So finding that balance has been a thing for Duluth FC for a long time, coach, and they certainly have found it again this year. Now here's Charlie Wood, another guy who has scored a couple of goals this year. Ball coming forward. Now here's Rutledge, and Oyabamaji takes him down, and we'll have a free kick here coming up.
Yeah, and JD's going to feel a little bit hard done by that. I think the official's view was blocked a bit because I think he got a touch on the ball.
When it comes to injury prevention, treatment, and recovery, their great orthopedics and sports medicine team has you covered.
And we'll have a free kick here coming up. So 2
goals
for Edward Nyes. JJ Oyabamaji with a goal as well. Dylan Sumner also with a goal for Duluth FC, and it's a 4-1 Blue-Green lead. Carabel Yurga with the penalty kick goal for Sioux Falls. That recaps the scoring here so far as we're in the 67th minute now here from Walt Hunting Stadium and Marv Heikkinen Field. Beautiful night for a game, coach. We were out there at halftime kind of measuring things. No wind at all in the stadium. And we've got some wispy clouds in the sky, but that's about it. As this ball goes out of play now near side, we'll have a throw here coming up for the Blue Greens. Couldn't really ask for much better conditions, though, at this time of year to play a game, coach.
Yeah, really just about perfect, man.
Score a great deal at VW Duluth with 0% APR on Taos and 2.9% on Atlas and Cross Sport. Kick off your journey with our no-commission sales team and transparent service department of Volkswagen of Duluth, the official dealership of Duluth FC. We will have a throw coming up now here for the Thunder. Near sideline will be taken by Owen Rutledge. He's not had to do a lot of running today. As the throw comes in. And this one will go out of play. It'll be a throw now coming up here. And, other than the one mistake in the penalty area that allowed Yurga to break the shutout, it's been a pretty strong defensive performance from Duluth FC. And find that kind of magic combination in the central defense area. That's sort of where the Blue Greens are been trying to find an answer there. Dylan Zabatini, of course, had been starting there at the beginning of the year. Also tried Archie McDonald there. They've moved a couple players around. Hexie Oriana's also played some central defense. Jake Starling as well.
Matt, go back to that last sequence and just watch Jurga on the ball. The way he moves, his turn there, his initial turn. I think he's playing at a next level tonight.
Yeah, he's a very solid player, and I think it's probably fitting that he has the Sioux Falls goal tonight. He's been, I think, clearly their best player tonight.
Yeah, he's certainly been fun to watch.
Doyle now will serve it toward midfield. Here's Bobai. And we have a foul called on the aforementioned Jurga. And it'll be just, I think, a common foul here. Oh, he actually will get a yellow card. So they are going to give a yellow to Kurabel Jurga on that play, Coach.
Yeah, and I think he'll probably feel it's a bit harsh. You could maybe say it's tactical, Matt. You know, as Bobai took the ball down, it looked like they were kind of numbers even going with the attack, but
looks like it'll be a free kick that Andres Solares is standing over. Looks like Felipe Santos is also going to check in, Coach, at the next opportunity. Duluth FC right now has 4 reserves also standing to the left of their bench right now. Jamie Colville, by the way, also dressing tonight. First time we've seen Jamie actually dress since the opener against Joy Athletics, St. Louis Park. That seems like a long time ago now.
yeah, Matt just picked up that quad injury, and at first really didn't think there was much to it. And obviously wanting just to get back to full health before he returns. He's got not only the summer to think about, but his transfer to Franklin Pierce for the fall.
Two-time defending national champions at the Division II level for Jamie Colville. That's what he'll be playing. He, of course, played the vast majority of his collegiate career for Duluth FC assistant coach Greg Gilmore, who has been on the coaching staff now for a good 3 or 4 years here at Duluth FC.
Still owes me a golf game.
I'll have to bring that up to him next time I
bring it up to him every time we talk, Matt. It's always, hey, next time, right? So, just kidding, Coach Gilmore, if you listen to this later.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring that up to him too, and then he'll get on my case for knowing that I've been talking to you too much, is what he's going to probably say, would be my guess. Here's Rory Doyle now in the middle. Here's Edward Nyes. Jake Starling on the right foot. Well done to pick out Liam Pritchard on the far wing. Pritchard and to step inside now against Trimble. And now takes it in deep, and just an extra touch too much there. I think he needed to just bend that ball in.
Yeah, Matt, he's been terrific tonight. And I know the staff has been talking a little bit about trying to get him to release the ball earlier. He's got such a tendency to try to get to the byline and then cut back. And you see the product of that. So tonight, again, some of the assists that he had, taking that early slotted ball, finding it into the path of the forward. He's been extremely dangerous tonight, Matt, and it's been a treat to watch him really kind of come into his own with the front three.
It looks like we're going to have a substitution now. It looks like Santos is going to come in for Edward Nyes, and what a night Edward Nyes had. 2 goals and an assist for him. Nearly had the hat trick earlier on in this half, but another standout game for the Belgian. He now is in double figures. Matches his jersey number 10 goals on the season now for number 10 in black, and he checks out as Felipe Santos comes in.
Yeah, Matt, some extra instruction there from Sean Morgan to Hexie on the right side. I don't know if they're changing systems maybe, or
Substitution on for the Blue Greens, number 7, Felipe Santos.
And we'll see what kind of changes now are going to be made. Duluth FC again playing that high press. Oh no, here's Oriana. Check me, and it's Oyabamaji just lifting it over the top, and he'll score the goal. That was all JJ Oyabamaji, and now with that one, he now has 7 on the season, and that's just one of those where the pressure on Trace Dobson over there. Dobson couldn't get rid of the ball, and Oyabamaji, that's just an athletic play by a guy who has made such a huge difference since coming in. That goal coming in the 73rd minute. Kind of came out of the blue there, Coach.
Well, Matt, again, it's an example of Sioux Falls trying to build out of the back and just not being able to break that pressure. And, you get into a 1v1 with JJ and Dobson just, one wrong touch, and JJ took advantage of it. And then obviously the goal, the flick past the goalkeeper there, really a goal scorer's goal. Well done from JJ, and that'll complete his night.
2 goals each now for Oyabamaji and Nyes, and Tyler Limmer's going to check in now. Limmer scored his 3rd goal of the season against Force FC on Saturday. Scored his first 2 goals of the season against Joy Athletic, and then it just seemed like he couldn't find the back of the net for a while, so hopefully Tyler Limmer now will be able to get a few back in the back of the net before the night is out as well. Continue his goal scoring record. He scored 10 last year for the Blue Greens, so it's not like he's not capable. And now here he is on the right side. He's coming in now on an angle. Gets a shot away, and he scores. Right on cue.
Matt, first touch. Really calmly taken there from Tyler Limmer. Literally his first touch of the game, brings it into positive space, takes a couple touches, pulls the goalkeeper out, and just a well-timed finish from him.
That's Limmer's 4th goal of the season. Also a former Sioux Falls Thunder player is Tyler Limmer, and he scores against his old club. Now 6-1 your score. And it seems like the Thunder might have switched off here the last couple of minutes here, Coach. As Limmer came in on the right side right after Oyabamaji scored, and now Duluth FC going to go make another substitution here, it appears. It's like it's Archie McDonald getting ready to check in.
Well, Matt, my night starts when Tyler Limmer gets on the field. Like, I absolutely love the way that dude plays. He's such a workhorse. He's relentless, and he has had a little bit of a goal-scoring slump, like we talked about kind of midway through the season, but he really is a true forward. He's a great goal scorer, and again, he is an absolute workhorse, and he's everything that you would want in a guy that you're coaching. Like I said, I love when he gets on the field. I love watching him work out there.
His 4th goal of the season. He now has 14 career goals in 2 years. Not a bad 2-year total for Tyler Limmer in the blue green jersey, and now we're going to have a fall called on Busy Mon as he came plowing into Rory Doyle on that right side, and that's going to be an automatic yellow for Busy Mana. 15 minutes and change still remaining here, and this is where you start to worry about the extracurriculars maybe a little bit here, Coach, in the 6-1 game.
Yeah, and I think Busy Mana just kind of finishing off his run there. And Rory catches him on the follow-through. So, again, I don't think any malice that was intended there by any means, but it's certainly a foul and probably the right call to give a yellow card in that situation.
And the goal-scoring fest for the Blue Greens over the last 4 games is going to continue. They're 24 goals now in the last 4 games, Coach. 24-2 the margin. Now here's Paul Bobai, and Dolce goes down in a heap. Apparently of his own accord because we play on here. Now here's Santos coming in at an angle. Santos trying to cross it in with the left foot. It'll deflect out off of Josiah Trimble, and we'll have a corner kick now for the Blue Greens in the near side corner flag here with we're about to go into our 77th minute of action here in Duluth for the evening.
Yeah, and it looks like Archie's going to come on here for Jake Starling.
Yeah, it's going to be Starling is going to check out. They're going to put the captain's armband now on Miles Edmondson. And Archie McDonald will check in here with less than a quarter of an hour remaining, at least at regular time here. In a 6-1 contest. 2 for Nyes, 2 for Oyabamaji. Dylan Sumner and Tyler Limmer also with goals tonight.
And obviously they'll wait to take the corner for Archie to get in there.
Archie's about
6'3",
6'4",
get in there, yeah.
Get him in there as here's the corner kick now. And that one will be saved in on the end line by Bobai. Here's the shot attempt. That one into the air. Now Dolce waiting for it. Howard trying to keep it in. The referee on the far side says it went out. That should be another corner kick. And it will be. And looks like now the Thunder also going to bring in a couple substitutions here at the next opportunity.
Well, Matt, like I said, I feel bad for Jack Howard. I don't think his performance tonight is warranted of a 6-goal.
Running ball coming in now, back post. Now here's a half volley attempt there by Rory Doyle, and now Bizimana trying to come forward, has a tackled away now by Solaris. And they're going to have a foul call now on Andreas Solaris. And they've moved. It's like Doyle and McDonald are going to play in the middle. They're going to keep Hexie Oriana on the right and Miles Edmondson, who's now wearing the captain's armband, on the left, Coach.
Yeah, and actually it looks like both Axel Batal and Josh Bellamy on the far side have put their uniforms on. I'm assuming they'll probably be the next ones in. So that back line will probably change a little bit more here in the next couple minutes.
It'll be interesting to see if Jamie Colville gets in on this game at some point, maybe. For Zeke Foltz is coming in now on an angle here. Is a crossing attempt off the left foot there of Santos, who took a little bit of a heavy touch. And like I said, Josh Bellamy now and Axel Batal going to come in.
So I'm assuming Josh will go to the left side and Axel on the right. Bellamy got some time on the left back spot on the Saturday game.
He did indeed, and scored about a 30-yard goal.
Man, I still haven't seen that goal. I was at the wedding on Saturday.
The base reaction after they scored it was sort of a non-reaction. Everybody just kind of stood there and looked at it, including Josh Bellamy himself.
Just
I'm not
sure. Watch it sizzle. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those very kind of, for as good of a shot as it was very anticlimactic in a way.
Well, I was talking to his folks before the game. They're in from High Wycombe, England. Spent the last week in Minnesota here, so I was talking to them before the game. And, his dad was saying as soon as it came off his foot, he thought, "Don't shoot from there, Josh. Like you're too far out." And then kind of watched it stream toward the corner and thought, "Yeah, okay, fair game."
Well, like I said, it was not and Bellamy, both of his goals this summer, coach, have come on plays like that, where he's just sort of let it fly toward the goal. As this ball now is going to be scooped up on a hop by Zeke Foltz. But he didn't seem to be very. It was almost like I said, a non-reaction from Bellamy in that play. I would be kind of curious to talk to Josh and see what he.
He doesn't emote a lot, Matt.
Now, he's not super, what I would call extroverted on the field. That's for sure.
Right.
Now here's Limmer, by the way, coming back to their direction. Here's Santos, edge of the 18. Felipe Santos now stepping to the right, has a tackle off of his foot. Now Limmer comes in to pick up the pieces. Been cut in now, and he gets all tangled up over there. Benjamin Schoenherr, by the way, is the player who bodied off Tyler Limmer there. Nice shot by him. We'll have a free kick. They're going to call a foul on Limmer, actually, I think. So it'll be a free kick. But yeah, he's not the most extroverted guy covered, that's for sure. And it was a very non-reaction, but it was a 30-yard strike from an angle. And you just don't see that very often. And I would have expected that maybe he might have been a little bit more excited about it. In fact, Duluth FC scored a couple of what you would call bangers in that game, and there really wasn't much emotion from any of them.
Yeah, once you get kind of a 2-3 goal cushion, Matt, the emotional charge after a goal probably weakens a bit, right?
And Felipe Oliveira also had a cracker of a goal in that game. And another one of your players.
Yeah. Well, again, I haven't seen that either, Matt. So cards on the table. I need to get online.
There's Pritchard now stepping inside, and cleared away by Dobson on the far side. We'll have a throw coming in for the Blue Greens.
Need to get online and check those goals out, Matt. I was kind of waiting for you to come when I got here.
Yeah,
have them queued up for me. So
have them all teed up. I'm sorry I didn't do that.
You're right. This is your fault.
This is totally my fault. Axel Batal coming in now. And the night is over for Hexie Oriana. Nice night for Oriana.
Matt, he's another player I love watching. He's so calm on the ball. He provides that really extra kind of layer of presence.
And you're right, they're going to move Bellamy now to the left. Edmondson is out. And they're going to play Axel Batal now on the right. So good call, Coach Mooney. You know your personnel. Here's Charlie Wood now. Wood, left-footed shot, back post. And heading it just over the top of the bar there was Felipe Santos. Good ball from Charlie Wood. Charlie Wood has a couple of goals this year and tried to bend it back post. And
yeah, he's got a smile on his face.
Yeah,
he's giving Felipe saying, "Yeah, you owe me one, buddy."
Yeah, that was a well-played ball. Santos just missing it.
Now they're going to sub out the goalkeepers here, Matt.
Yeah, Jack Howard's going to come out of the game. It's going to be Joseph Baller who's going to come into the game here. And I don't know, what do you think the odds are that Zeke Foltz finishes out here? I don't know if they're going to put Jamie Colville in.
No, I don't think they will, Matt. He's coming off an injury, and I think kind of feeling like every extra couple days of rest he can get just to really make sure that quad is in good form.
Yeah,
I think they'll take it.
I can tell you this, that Jamie is definitely itching to get back in there.
Sure he is.
One of those guys I have the pleasure of talking to before most home games. And here's another turnover, it looks like. Here's Limmer. Limmer now taking it wide. Rutledge, who's had a busy night for the Thunder, plays it in the middle. Talon Dobson now into the game. Both Dobson's in, now Trace and Talon at the same time. Thunder trying to come forward across midfield. Collision at midfield, we play on. Dolce now coming on the back of Santos, and that'll be a free kick now for the Blue Greens. 84th minute.
Matt, I think, a lot of credit goes to obviously the coaching staff of Duluth FC too. It feels like they had the perfect game plan tonight. They really knew kind of what Sioux Falls buildup was going to look like. They knew kind of where to sit and how to hold passing lanes. They knew how to set their line and find the sort of their high block system. And I think they've just been terrific in that way. And then again, it's not just the defensive side of it. Obviously, that's where they showed the work rate, but how clean they were in the way that they broke out and just efficient they were. Really good performance on their part. And again, I think a lot of credit to the coaching staff for kind of getting them to this point of the season.
Here's Santos now off the flick from Josh Bellamy. Now here's Dolce coming forward. Frankie Dolce. Nice tackle there with the outside of the boot by Josh Bellamy. If there's one thing that we can say about the Blue Greens right now, they seem to be playing their best soccer at the right time, Coach, especially with the playoffs coming up.
Well, I'm sure, Matt, this was a point of talking for Duluth, was with Dakota dropping points earlier in the week, too. Yeah. I'm sure it kind of opened the door for them to start thinking, like, we still have a chance to maybe find our way into that number 1 seed, and if not, let's make sure we secure the number 2 seed and go into the playoffs playing our best football.
Here's Batal now on the outside. Liam Pritchard for the Blue Greens will play it all the way back now. Here's Rory Doyle. He's looked good in that central defender spot. Now it's Josh Bellamy dancing on the byline through the middle, looking for Santos, who was making the run. That would have been a nice finish for Santos, who's looking for his second goal of the season. Scored 5 last year for Duluth FC.
Yeah, Matt, and again, I'm sure always wanting just to be protective of his minutes coming off that injury from the fall. But every time he gets in the field, he really does electrify it.
Best large employer, Sears offers on-site training, competitive pay.
Rory Doyle now is running the 86th minute. Ball to the outside. Here's Charlie Wood. It's been a pretty complete performance by the Blue Greens tonight. Really haven't been too many mistakes made by the team in black. As Bellamy back for Archie McDonald. Lobbing it over the top. Bellamy trying to keep it in. Unable to do so as the throw comes in. Now, getting submarine is Solaris. That's going to be a foul called on Rory Vince, who checked in a few moments ago. That's one of those plays that I worry about, Coach, when they get submarine like that.
Yeah, strong tackle there from Vincent. Was there a card shown? I didn't see that.
Yeah, apparently there was, because he's gone into the book now and he's writing. Our center referee is writing down some notes, which definitely means that Roy Vince has gone into the book. So now he is the latest player in the game to get a yellow card. Not too many yellows in this game. There's been a total of 4 as far as I remember. 3 against the Thunder, 1 against Duluth FC. And 1 against the Blue Greens against Jake Starling. Now a long ball far side for Batal. And that one will go out of play. Sears is the recognized global leader in personal aviation and is expanding in Duluth. Voted as Duluth's best large employer, Sears offers on-site training, competitive pay time off, 401k matching, career growth opportunities. Visit SiriusAircraft.com to apply today. As this ball now is sent to the far side of the field, that'll go out, and it will be a throw here for the Blue Greens. Duluth FC will have a couple of days off before they head down to the Twin Cities Metro to take on Joy Athletic. Team that recently held Dakota Fusion to a scoreless draw. It's a team that Duluth FC's had some success against over the years. And this ball now tipped up into the air. Duluth FC shut out Joy Athletic 3-0 the first time they played. That was the season opener. Like I said, that feels like a long time ago. Isn't as long as we think it is, but now here's Paul Bobai being surrounded by 3 players, and we have a fall called against Schoenher. Meanwhile, for Sioux Falls after today, they will return home to take on Minnesota Blizzard on Saturday. Both those games Like I said, on Grandma's Marathon weekend, Duluth FC will be gone for that. It's going to be very busy in the Twin Ports. And like you said, the weather forecast not great.
Yeah, and I guess, Matt, it's been a while since I've run that race, but trying to think, with the rain in the forecast, is that a good thing for the runners or not?
It is,
it'll
actually.
keep it cool.
They usually, one of the things that I've been able to find out about them over the years and having covered some Grandma's Marathons in my past is they appreciate not necessarily a heavy rain, but a steady kind of light rain.
Yeah, like a mist would be good. It keeps it cool, but that heavy rain, if the course becomes slick, it can also work against your footwork there, and
also affect your visibility a bit.
Yeah, if the wind picks up, obviously a tailwind would be great, but
that event will take place on Saturday here. Usually it's over Father's Day weekend. They actually pushed it back a week this year. It's a little bit later in the year. Usually it's on the 15th or 16th of June. This year they pushed it back to the 22nd, which is probably a good idea. Frank Dolce now off the throw here for the Thunder. McDonald heading it forward. We're into the 89th minute now. I'm guessing there'll probably be about 3, maybe 4 minutes of added time here once we go final here, Coach, with the amount of goals that we've had. Thankfully, we haven't had a lot of injuries in this game. Sometimes you worry about that in a game where the outcome is decided, but it's been pretty clean between the two teams, really, despite the fact we have 4 yellows. It has not been a heated game by any stretch of the imagination. As this ball now to the outside, here's Tyler Limmer. Santos with him, Pritchard on the far side. And to bend a ball lower for Pritchard.
Yeah, I needed just another foot underneath that one, Matt.
Here's Charlie Wood, back outside for Pritchard again. Liam Pritchard. With Patal with him, steps inside, gets a shot away, save is made by Voller. That's the first big save he's had to make since coming for Howard a few moments ago. And we'll have a corner kick now for the Blue Greens as we're officially into the 90th minute.
Yeah, and Matt, the chance they're created really, I think, from the overlap from Patal. So he makes the overlap, pulls the fullback with him, and that's what actually, that slight hesitation is what gave Pritchard the opening then to drive that next touch central.
Pritchard now, as we go into extra time, we'll line it up. Another 6, good ball there. Here's Bolby trying to go up and get it. Now he'll flick it over the top. Now here's McDonald with that 6'3" head. And he'll hit it over the bar, Archie McDonald. And now McDonald wanted another corner kick on that one.
Yeah, well, man, I thought the goalkeeper got a touch on it to push over the bar. I was certainly going to get credit for it.
Fowler will play it short now. Dolce will just pump it over midfield. McDonald said all about 6'3", 6'4", of him able to get his head to that one. I'm not sure what Archie McDonald's actual height is. I think it's between 6'3" and 6'4" at the very least. He's the tallest player on the team this year. I know that.
Yeah, and Matt, he changes the angle that the midfielders need to try to play a ball over the top. Obviously, adds some length in there, covers a little bit more ground, and it just kind of eats up those lanes a bit.
The throw coming up now for the Blue Greens on the far side in the 2nd minute of added time. And that'll be it. So our referee had to call this one a little bit earlier than we expected, but Duluth FC on the strength of 4 second-half goals, 2 goals each from Edward Nyes and J.J. Oyabamaji. Additional goals from Tyler Limmer and Dylan Sumner win it by the score of 6-1. The lone goal for Sioux Falls coming from Kerbo Yurga early in the second half, but pretty impressive performance of the Blue Greens across the board here, Coach, in the 6-1 win.
Yeah, Matt, like you said, I think really a complete performance for Duluth. Again, the one letdown on the goal, but really, I think a pretty good defensive effort on their part, and a lot of what started tonight was the way that they pressed, and the way that they blocked in behind it. So I think, again, a complete performance from Duluth FC. Like we said, they're really rolling now through that stretch of the season, and they're really kind of right on schedule when they want to be going here with the last couple of weeks of regular season and then in the playoffs.
7th win in all competitions for Duluth FC. Their 6th win in the MPSL North. The Blue Greens now at 6 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. They now have 19 points and are plus 17 in goal differential. For the Thunder, they fall to 1 win, 5 losses, and 2 draws. Stay on 5 points for the season. Duluth FC now, like I said, up to 27 goals, 10 conceded. Meanwhile, for Sioux Falls, they've now given up 19 goals and scored 8. They're minus 11 now in the goal differential. Up next for the Blue Greens, as we mentioned, Saturday the 22nd, this coming Saturday, at Joy Athletic Club at Oriole Stadium in St. Louis Park. That's down in the Twin Cities Metro. 7 p.m. the opening kick down there against the Goats. It'll be the second time that the Blue Greens will have played them this season. And then they'll be next at home a week from tonight, Wednesday the 26th, taking on Minnesota Blizzard FC. 7 p.m. the opening kick here from Walt Hunting Stadium in Marv Heikkinen Field. 6:45 the pregame with myself and Coach Mooney as the Blue Greens looking to sweep the season series from Minnesota Blizzard, one of the newcomers to the MPSL North. So Duluth FC playing their best ball at the right time, Coach, and it should set up for a nice little run here before the playoffs start.
Yeah, Matt, great night here tonight, and we'll see you in a week, huh?
Yep, in a week it'll be. So for Coach Joe Mooney and the rest of our production crew here, this is Matt Johnson one more time repeating the final score. Duluth FC defeats Sioux Falls. Final score here from Walt Hunting Stadium in Marv Heikkinen Field. The Blue Greens 6, Sioux Falls Thunder 1. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be talking to you a week from today. This has been Duluth FC Soccer, brought to you by the Blue Green Stream Team.